percent increase, decrease. So we're going to look at a formula. So it's the absolute value of the starting amount minus the new amount, right? Absolute value. So we're going to take whatever is inside, we'll make it positive, right? If it was negative, and then it's going to be all over the starting amount, which means we're going to divide by that. So let's go ahead and look at how we use this in the first example. So gas costs $3.07 per gallon in one given week. The following week, the cost of gas costs $3.21 per gallon. So what is the percent increase in cost of gas per gallon? So we're going to go ahead. Oh, and then also the other very important thing with this formula is we're going to go ahead and multiply it by 100, right, percent, because then we can get it into a percentage this way. So we have the starting amount, right? So what is the starting amount? Well, it starts out as $3.07, right? And then it goes up to $3.21. So that would be our new amount. So let's go ahead and fill in, right, all the numbers into our formula. So we have $3.07 minus $3.21. We take the absolute value. We put it over 307, right? 3.07, and we times it by 100. So let's get our calculators out. So we got $3.07 minus $3.21, and we get negative 14 cents, right? So negative 14 cents essentially, right? And that's going to be over 3.07. So the thing about absolute value is we take whatever is inside and make it positive. And so when we are given a percent increase, we should always have a negative number inside because it means the new amount is increasing, right? So anytime you start with the starting amount is going to be smaller than the new amount, you'll get a negative answer. So we know we did it right, but we're just going to make it positive. So 0.14 over 3.07, multiply it by 100, and what do we get? So now we have 0.14 now, right, because it's positive, divided by 3.07. Well, we get this really small answer, but we're going to go ahead and multiply it by 100 because we're looking at the percent increase, and we're looking at 4.56%. Let's round to the nearest hundredth, and that would be our solution. Now let's go ahead and look at the second example. So gas costs $2.78 per gallon in one given week. The following week, the cost of gas costs $2.54 per gallon. So what is the percent decrease in cost of gas per gallon? So our starting amount and our new amount. So let's go ahead and start filling this in. Now, we get this calculator out, and we get 24 cents. Now, notice how this is positive because it's a decrease. So this new amount is going to be smaller than the starting amount, so that makes sense. So we can just leave it as is, right? Because we don't need to change it. It's already positive because that's what absolute value does. So all we have to do now is divide by 2.78, and then we multiply it by 100, and we get 8.63. And this would be in percent, so that would be the percent decrease in the cost of gas. Now let's go ahead and look at example 3. So example 3, a business wants to compare sales from the same month but different years. In 1 year, the monthly sales was $32,500. And then the next year on the same month, the sales were 28,350. What was the percent decrease in monthly sales? So we have a starting amount, and we have a new amount. So let's go ahead and start filling this in. We'll just get the calculator out. And we will do our subtraction. And we get 4,150. Let's go ahead and then now divide. And it's already positive, so we don't need to make it positive. It already is, because this is a decrease. So 32,500. Right, we divide by that, then we multiply by 100. And what do we get? Well, we get 12.77. And this would be in percent, so that's the percent decrease in sales when you do a comparison of the 2 months. Let's go ahead and look at example 4. A business wants to compare sales from the same month but different years. If in 1 year the monthly sales were 17,400 and the next year in the same month the sales were 18,920, what was the percent increase in the monthly sales? So we have a starting amount and we have a new amount. So let's go ahead and plug those values in. So right, starting amount minus the new amount over the starting amount, and then, right, and then we just multiply all that by 100. So we get a negative answer, right? We get negative 1,520, which makes sense because it's an increase, so we should get it to be negative, but we're going to go ahead and make it positive, right? And the reason why we do that is because it has an absolute value, and so we get 1,520. Right now it's positive over the 17,400. We multiply that all by 100. And we get 8.74%. And that would be our percent increase in the sales. So to go from 17,400 to 18,920, we saw an 8.74% increase then.